Hi, you guys. How are you? I'm so glad to finally be live. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are you guys just like freaking out right now with everything going on? Oh, let me check in. Say hello. Hi, Mama Bear and Sandra and Nana. And hi, Electra Storm and Beth and Rick and Nancy and Almost Empty Nester. Hi, TarotLove Community and Wendy and Dr. Nancy is here. Hi, TarotLove. Miriam, Marjorie, thanks for your great articles you keep posting for us. Hi, Charlie. Good evening. And just Julie. What a day and what a night. I haven't even been able to tune into what's going on this evening. It's crazy. What an amazing way to cap off this summer of 2022. So far, I'm calling this 2022 the year of USA Pluto Return, this long, crazy year. Hi, okay. Your Majesty, thank you, Jan. Twitter is crazy. I know I cannot keep up with it. Hi, Pammy. Hi, Gretchen. And welcome, everybody. Newbies, people returning. There's a lot going on. There's absolutely an insane amount of things going on. We are sitting very well, very nicely. I'm just going to, before I forget, eyes on Speaker Pelosi. I feel like she's chomping at the bit to get going in fall because that seems to be her favorite season. Just a second. Let me let the dog out. He stayed here for the greeting and he says, I'm done. She just seems very eager. She always waits a couple days into the fall to announce something. Like if you remember the first impeachment 2019, she waited a couple days until we got into fall before she announced that. Why is that? Well, that relates to the United States natal chart. Libra on the midheaven. The scales of justice. She has to wait a couple days until we get into that 10th house to make things happen. So I definitely have my eyes on Speaker Pelosi. So just stick a pin in that. Hi, Holly Coleman. I feel like I'm missing something. Did I miss something? Nancy, has anyone been seeing the latest all over Twitter, YouTube, and TV? That Trump crime family is going down. And the particular timing, it's happening right now this week. This is what I really want to talk with all of you about. This week has been in the making for a couple of years now. I am stunned, from the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, and here now comes King Charles III, to the protests that are in Iran. Divine Feminine is all over that. A couple years ago, I've been having my eye on Iran like, what? Are we going to crack this nut open and see what's going on with their secrets? Because whatever secrets they've been having are ready to burst open. And here we are with that. And what's going on with the protests in the Russia and with our laws and our judges and our everything going on in the courts is crazy, but it all comes together so beautifully. So I just want to explain with you guys, and there's going to be a lot of charts, a lot of information. Yes, I will grab some cards, but mostly I just feel like we need to get ourselves together this last day of summer, which has been a hugely productive summer. I mean, Leo season kind of kicked our butts. And then Virgo got down into the nitty-gritty details to work. We're heading into this fall. I have no idea what to expect this fall. It's going to be good, though. But we're right on this precipice from summer to fall, from this last third quarter moon, which set off so much from 2020. I always say 2020 broke the timeline, and I'm going to have to recap 2020 really quickly because I was asked questions again today. I know I only have 180 characters, I think, or is it 240 characters to try to explain Saturn Pluto stuff and geopolitical stuff, and it seems kind of cryptic. So I've been trying to explain some of these things. We are moving forward into a new era, a new time. We are not going back. The United States is not going back. The entire globe is not going back. That is behind us. We are creating something new. And my goodness, this past week was so symbolic of the change, the passing from one era to a next. We're living that right now. And my gosh, look who's pulling up the caboose today is Don Holio and Putin. So, how are you guys doing? Hi, Miss Sharon. Okay, yeah, I didn't even get to see POTUS's speech at the UN, but what a great time for the UN to be here and to be talking about these things. Yes, things are still messy. We are in Mercury retrograde. And so I always told you guys, Mercury retrograde always kicks Don Holio's butt, and he's having a horrible time of it. Okay, so many of you know I started this channel in 2019 because I saw what was coming ahead for us, namely the year of 2020. I had someone on Twitter say, could you please explain this to me like it's football? What do you mean by 2020? Yes, I will explain it to you. Basically, 2020 broke the timeline. And what's happening right now, we're seeing all these triggers and these things falling apart. And I said things are going to buckle this week. That's exactly what happened. The nice thing about these big events that happened in 2020 is that we're just kind of operating from like the big planets. If you notice, you guys have noticed there's been a ton of change, but it hasn't really beaten up your body. Have you noticed that? Like when I say we have eclipse clicks, we had an eclipse, things are going to shake down. It's going to be uncomfortable. That's also why Leo season was so uncomfortable, because we were in eclipse triggers. We were right in the middle of eclipses, because eclipse triggers are hard on the body. Eclipses involve the sun and the moon. The moon represents the physical body. This is why eclipse triggers are hard on the body and why we tend to see people pass as they relate to eclipse triggers, okay? But the bigger thing that is happening right now that is shaking down in all this geopolitical stuff happening at the same exact time are the main events from 2020, aside from the fact that we did have 6 eclipses. Normally we have 4. We would have had 7 if our year was like 371 days long, okay? We had this Saturn-Pluto conjunction. It is kicking butt so well for Donald and with Putin's military. Clobbering them right now. The sun that day was 21 Capricorn, but the Saturn-Pluto actually took place at 22 degrees Capricorn. And it was 2 days after an eclipse. So this has extra potency, okay? The Saturn-Pluto conjunction I often call the Great Reset, because it is the thing that promised to transform and change world power and structures of government, whether it was on a world level or on a local level. We had 3 Jupiter-Pluto conjunctions. I wish I could talk about this more. I just don't have enough time. This is basically the thing that took out Adolf and Benito. Fascism kicked its butt. It's active right now. And the year ended with this glorious thing called the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, or the Great Conjunction, at 0 degrees Aquarius. Stick a pin in that. 0 degrees Aquarius. This is what's so important for what kicked off geopolitically. Because the Great Conjunction, 0 degrees Aquarius, the ancients said in Aquarius, when we have the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, because it hasn't happened for hundreds of years in air signs Aquarius. I can't remember how many hundreds of years. But it always would promise a new 200-year dynasty, okay? So we are converting to a new 200-year dynasty. We are kicking fascist butts, And we're resetting the world order and global governments in power. That's what 2020 did with 6 eclipses. I mean, 6 eclipses is enough to have astrologers talking for a long time. Hey, remember we had those 6 eclipses in 2020? But all this stuff happened. And the way this great reset happened, that the way it was set up this time in Capricorn with Uranus and Taurus, we are going back to like the 13th dynasty of Egypt, and the Bronze Age was the last time this happened like this, generally speaking. Okay, this is a BFD. Nobody talks. I don't know why people don't talk about it, but this has been like the guiding principle for the last 3 years with this channel. We just have not had time to talk. If we were just talking about the Jupiter Pluto thing, that would be enough for astrologers, especially the Great Reset or the Great Conjunction. This is how nutty, insane things are. This is not normal. This will pass. But right now, we are in 2022, the year of the USA Pluto Return. It takes Pluto about 246 years or so to orbit the sun and come back to its place. You guys have heard about Saturn returns. When Saturn comes back to the place where you were born, usually it hits people when they're about 27 years old. And that's where you're forced to grow up and become an adult. People have a lot of hard time with this transit. It's known to be difficult for, young Hollywood stars. They have a lot of problems then. So Saturn then, every 27 years, forces you to grow up. Saturn being the planet about authority and tradition and structure. But Pluto, about 246, 48 years, is transformational. It gives life. It takes life. It transforms things, renews things. It's very healing. So the United States is having her Pluto return this 2022, and it is at 27 degrees Capricorn, 33 minutes, I think 6 seconds. And it passes this mark in February, and it went backwards in July, and it's going forward again in November. We're hitting this mark 3 times. But here's the thing that I did not realize until Queen Elizabeth II passed. The day we declared our independence on July 4th, 1776, was also the day we declared war on, was it Great Britain then, or was it just England then? I think it was just England then. We declared war on them. So while this is our birthday, that's how it represents us with Pluto. It's nice that over this 240 years or so, we transformed our relationship with England and they became our allies. In fact, our intel services have often called, is it the GCHQ, the headquarters for intelligence, like their CIA? They dovetail with the CIA, and they would call each other cousins when it came to the intelligence agencies. So we've transformed that, but still, that is a marker in their chart. The United States broke away and declared war. They lost that war, but we transformed. So, as the United States has 3 USA Pluto returns this year, so does England, Great Britain. They've transformed this year too. I mean, Boris was out. Queen Elizabeth II passed, and then we have Elizabeth Truss, and we have King Charles III. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Ellen. So, I have been saying all year with our Pluto return then, as we transform, because we have been reborn again. We are leaving everything in the past. This is why Don Julio is scratching and can't grab at anything. He's no longer a leader for our nation, thank God, because if he won that election, we would have been done. That would have been the death of it. but he no longer is in command. He cannot make these things happen. We have a new commander, a new leader that he is beautifully taking the reins and being a great world leader because he's able to transform. This is a year about USA transforming, and she's going to transform everything geopolitically. Biden is sitting in such a beautiful space. He was absolutely the right man for the time, for the world, and same with Kamala Harris and everybody else, especially Zelensky. So not only would these things reverberate out globally with our relationships for the United States, they're going to reverberate globally for those who had relationships with the Queen, with the royal family, and how that was represented. And isn't it interesting that as these things shake down, who's having the problems? We've got Iran, we've got Puts, and them Trumps, which tells you, again, yet again, these are enemies of the United States and England and Great Britain. Why am I having such a hard time saying that, spitting that out? So all of these things are colliding, and I'm going to show you with the charts exactly how and why, because I want you guys to know we're headed towards a new world. Everything is happening as they should. I'm telling you, Putin's military is done. His intelligence services are done. Everyone in public service, done. I think Iran is, they're going to have a regime, they're going to have a massive change. And the Divine Feminine, hello. So all this stuff started in January 2020, but who set the stage in November 2019 was the return of the Divine Feminine. That's when I did my very first live. Some of you guys were here. It was amazing. We all felt the shift and the energies coming in. Let me say hello to you guys. How are you guys doing? Hi. Hi, Linda Fossen. Hi, you guys. Hi, Sempress. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. JK. Okay, hello. Hi. Biden called her the F out on, who did he call out? Hey, Sharon Lee. Yes, and this great conjunction, that was that first day of winter, 12/21. It's basically, we're here. We're here in the age of Aquarius. I mean, hello, information war. That's the age of Aquarius, but it's like we've been letting the old go, the age of Pisces. I mean, think about that. I mean, the sign of like Christ, religion and faith, well, that's also Sag, but wow, talk about the undoing and leaving. Okay, so I'm just going to grab some charts so I can just show you what is going on, because it's just so utterly amazing. Okay, let's start with Kyiv. What's going on in Kyiv? I need something better to wipe this down with. I do not have something better because my little thing is falling apart. I did not want to erase this, but I kind of have to. I want to show you how empowered this, so we're wrapping up the summer. We got a lot of things done this summer. We're heading into fall. So this was the third quarter in Kyiv last Sunday. This looks just so good for them. Oh, and I have to preface this by saying this third quarter moon, because of where it happened, the sun and moon were at 24 Virgo and 24 Sag, okay? So because of its placement, it kept hitting this 24 degree mark. So that drew in the Saturn Pluto conjunction. It it pulled in it pulled in everything that I just showed you, especially this, but it especially USA Pluto return on July 11th. It pulled in because of this 24 degree mark, and it like the 22 to the 24th degree. Oh, because it was sandwiched. Because Pluto's at 26, Sun and Moon at 24 degrees, and then this 22 degree is what clobbered Donald. All this was like a big vortex pulling all this stuff in, and it was just like click, things buckled, things gave way. So in KYIV, I might have to draw some cards for this. I need better cards. Show me KYIV. I need I think we're doing the Crow Tarot. I think KYIV is like the next dynasty. They're having such great leadership. Oh, the Fool, a new start. At this quarter moon for KYIV, I was stunned because number one, on the ascendant, 22 degrees Cancer, that is the rising sign for USA at her first Pluto return. So it's like KYIV is the beneficiary of USA Pluto return. They have a seamless, easy way to hop in and use this energy to their benefit. But here, so that's 22 Cancer, 22 Capricorn. This is, remember I told you this is where the Saturn-Pluto conjunction was in January 2020. That would reset and transform global power and the structure of world governments. For KYIV, just here, we have the 6th house of military and their 7th house of their partnerships or their opposition. So it's like they're pulling in the power, again, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, and it's like forcing a new steadiness, a new platform of how they're going to have their day-to-day civil servants, people who serve in KYIV, how they're going to use the military, how they're going to use their intelligence. They're doing some radical new things, and how they're going to do that in partnership. And that partner is going to be the United States of America, just because by virtue of that. Can you show me what is energizing KYIV as we close this summer and we head into fall? So we're going to close this summer for them with this, heading into fall. Okay. This is transforming military for KYIV. Oh, it has to be intelligence. How is it transforming their partnership opposition? What's crowning them? I guess this hasn't happened yet. Oh, did I not shuffle these? I thought I did. Anyway, a new start for KYIV. The tarot wants to say, hey, yeah, new start, new. Saturn, Pluto, change in world power, new dynasty. I'm telling you, new dynasty. They have the strength. They have the strength. Russia used to have it. They're imploding. This is the 3 of Wands. A new start, new strength. They're having a lot of success with the way they're putting things out there. So as we close out this summer with KYIV, we have the Devil. Closing out the summer, closing out the Devil, Trump, Putin. The Chariot, on our way to winning. Things are tightening up. The Queen of Swords, reversed. I think these are hackers. Oh, KYIV did the hack. They did the hack. There's something going on with them, with their intel, their hacking, their cyber is like really leading edge stuff, because I know that, 2014 Putin invaded to Crimea. They've been having to deal not only with those antics, but everything else they've been doing, like with messing with their electrical grid and messing with their power and their heat and messing up all their infrastructure. They're closing that out. Into the fall, the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, really coming into their own and complete and whole. And I said new dynasty. This is like the dynasty card. And we have the Six of Swords transitioning to that as we go forward with the fall. Now, with this area of military for them, the Ace of Pentacles, the power and opportunity. This is data, you guys. There's something new that they are doing with military and data. And the Knight of Cups, and how they're able to support and capture information that's out there, use it to their benefit militarily in a cyber way. And how are they going to do that with their partners or their opposition? We have Judgment reversed. Making decisions. Oh, this is them being able to be undercover with their newfound technology to make their decisions that the enemy can't see. And they're just going to pop up somewhere. And there's the two. Okay, the Two of Cups reversed. So basically, it's like they're hacking the opposition because they've got an agreement with a partner to figure out what they're going to do and make judgments on where they're going to go. So it's like they're no longer at the mercy of their opposition. They do have a partner and they can work more efficiently against their enemy. What's crowning them? What we don't know about yet, the Queen of Pentacles, a nation with data and leadership. This was just in Kyiv. How are you guys doing? Hi, Diane. Big day today. Yep. Julia, you know those missiles Russia's been shooting and have been falling on their own territory instead of getting to their target? Ukraine hacking. Yeah, I think the last live I did, talked extensively about how they're getting hacked and how that's being interrupted. Or was that the one before? You guys know what I'm talking about. It was kind of a good one. In breaking down the details and how this is all working. Hi, aha. Okay, there goes my throat. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, so that was just one thing. The thing that blew me away, we have to talk about this Saturn Pluto. The thing that absolutely, totally blew me away with the Saturn Pluto is what's happening with the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, King Charles III, and what's going on in Iran. Because that is it. Yeah, it's not the Ayatollah. It's Khomeini. Is it the no, it is. It has to be that one. 1979. What has fallen apart? I'm going to show you. So at the Saturn Pluto conjunction in Buckingham Palace, this was so fascinating. On the ascendant is 0 degrees Leo, okay? The descendant, this is the rising sign, what energizes them. The descendant is like the people, opposition or partner. We have 0 degrees Aquarius. And on December 21st, 2020, the Great Conjunction promising a new dynasty was at 0 degrees Aquarius. So right then and there, we are set up for a new leader, a new dynasty. And look at the stellium of all these planets in Capricorn enclosed in their 6th house. This is massive transformation on what's going on politically for them, their public servants, who is serving, the policies they're making, the decisions that they're making with their defenses and their intelligence. It just, like, this screams that train wreck with, like, who was before Boris even, I forgot, you know, and now Liz Truss is there, and she makes me a little nervous. So Also on that day, we have the moon was 17 degrees. It is right on the cusp here, which means it opens up the whole chart. And now we have the sun represented by the moon. The moon represents the people. This is very much, this always screams Zelensky to me because his moon is 17 degrees Leo, okay? So there is some sort of relationship there. So that's that. At the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Tehran, look at this. On the ascendant, Virgo 3, descendant is Pisces 3. Oh, this Virgo 3 at USA Pluto Return number 2, this was the midheaven, the top of the chart. So on July 11th, our Pluto return activated the Saturn-Pluto conjunction for Tehran, okay? And on the descendant, Pisces 3. Where's that chart? I have it. I know this is technical, you guys, but I just have to get this out there. So this was our second Pluto return. Oh my God, there's so much all over this. The top of the chart, in the skies above Washington, D.C., Virgo 2. So this is why all the legal stuff, basically, that's been happening in D.C., we've seen so much of it in the skies above because it's in the 10th house. In the USA chart, this is actually in the 9th house. We don't usually see it because that's our 9th house of law. But so this thing, this Pluto return number 2 was just drilling through our law enforcement, our agencies, our lawmakers. But at the same time, we are reborn again. We're seeing all this stuff happen. And you know what's crazy? The day that Tish James announced we're going to have a presser tomorrow, the sun during the day, there goes my throat. The sun during the day was 27 degrees Virgo. Everybody heard about it. At the same time, everyone dropped what they were doing and talked about it. The U.S. was talking about it. Well, at our Pluto return, back on July 11th, asteroid Laetitia was also 27 degrees Virgo. Do you get that? So this was on July 11th. The sun was over here. Yesterday when she announced it, the sun moved over here to 27 Virgo, and click, there's asteroid Laetitia. I'm telling you guys, asteroids matter. They totally matter. They're part of our solar system. It's stuff that blew up and blew apart that was part of the bigger Big Bang. It matters. We just don't really talk about them because they're so erratic and irregular, and they don't orbit nicely around the sun's equatorial path. They're all over the place, but they're touching all the other constellations that we see, but we don't feel their energies until the asteroid comes in and kicks some behind. That happened. And, oh my God, the Mad Hatter in truth was at 28 degrees Virgo, which was, so this was in the first half of the day, 27, 28 yesterday and today, 28 Virgo. What happened? We had Judge Ray, whatever his name is, Deary, say, no, that's classified. And in today, we had the 11th, was it the appeals court say, no, the FBI can work on this stuff. So the sun moved to 28 degrees, and here we have asteroids Truth and Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter is one of the asteroids I use for January 6th, and the Truth is coming out. Also, eyes on the Thomases, because, you know, when Speaker Pelosi wants to, do whatever she's going to do come Libra season, asteroid Thomas was 1 degree Libra. That is the top of the USA chart, okay? The 10th house. Like, I'm expecting something very public to happen with the Thomases. I think Ginny agreed to do an interview with the J6 committee. So can we just see once we get into fall, show me Libra season. This is Libra season. Asteroid Thomas is in Clarence Thomas. Asteroid Thomas is in Ginny Thomas. Oh boy. She feels terrified again. What's at the bottom for both? What's crowning though? I mean, I think we're gonna find out some things that are kind of very public. These haven't happened yet. Okay. The Sun, revelation. Something's going to be revealed with them come Libra season. We have the Three of Cups. That's my card for conspiracy, conspiring to do something, having some help to do something. And we have the Queen of Wands, a leader of a nation. Usually this is Putin. It's not really the nation here unless we're talking about a leader to them within the courts. Or what Ginny did. Eight of Wands coming in fast. It might be related to J6. So this is Libra season. The devil. They're the freaking devil. I think Ukraine just had this on their ascendant. I'm telling you, I swear to God, Ukraine and Zelensky has like intercepts everywhere and is really helping the United States in what we're trying to do about January 6th. So we've got the devil. That's also been the Constitution for me because we don't want to give it up or tie to it. And the King of Wands. Who's this King of Wands? Is this Biden? This is not Biden. Is this Clarence? Is this the donors of people who donate and like lead SCOTUS behind the scenes, and it's other nation leaders. That's the Constitution. Kind of the Constitution, but it's the bigger thing like with Trump, Putin, Xi, all them, okay? So Thomas, Clarence Thomas, Temperance. Oh, wow. So the Temperance card, that actually is related to the sign of Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, 9th house, lawmakers. And when they're using information from abroad, like you give me some of this information, I'll take this information to make a bigger decision, come to something new. But look at that's paused. This feels like he's stuck, like he can't do things the way he was doing because he knows he's caught. Yeah, he's paused. He's paused, covered with. The Ten of Swords. He's caught. He's caught. The Ten of Swords. This is intelligence. This is U.S. intelligence. This goes back to leaker accessing stuff he should not have and being a point of contact. Oh boy, there's more. This is beyond making decisions. This is violating U.S. laws. Ginny. Sad. The Eight of Cups. Setting stuff up, you say, like maybe J6 buses. Yeah, she is very quiet for the Emperor because Donald was going to take over. I'm figuring out that this Emperor card, all these Orange Holios loyalists refer to Donald as the Emperor. So this has to do with what she did to set up the Emperor. Foundation for Thomas. We've got the Seven of Cups. Oh, it's something about this intelligence, decisions made, cloaked behind the disguise of what? Oh, the Queen of Pentacles. The wishes of a different nation. This is not the United States of America. Who is this? Is this UAE? Is this UAE? UAE. the Star. This is who Tom Barrack and others were. This is like nuke. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Cummings, Representative Cummings, before he died, one of the last reports that the Oversight Committee wrote was about, was it 2019, 2020? It was 2020, that summer, came out with a report about how Tom Barrack and others and Jared and all of them were trying to sell nuclear information to UAE Saudis. Clarence Thomas is in on this. Oh, it's crowning him. The Ace of Swords. The truth coming out. What did Clarence Thomas do related to nukes to the Saudis? The Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. This has been like Mar-a-Lago and there we go, Mar-a-Lago and documents. This is why he's protecting Don Julio from seeing his records, because I thought it was from Ginny. No, he's part of it. Are there pictures of them at Mar-a-Lago? He's part of there goes my throat. He's part of the thing that's going on through Mar-a-Lago and oh my God. That explains why the SCOTUS 5 a-holes were so nervous about Judge Deary and the 11th Circuit, and that Russian oligarch in Bavaria just had his property raided. It's all connected. For entertainment purposes only. That's right. Thank you. Marby, today is Independence Day of my country. Mary Trump spoke about Barrack. I missed that, Dr. Nancy. Marjorie, his case starts September 28th. I saw something, they had some opening arguments today because they were deciding on jury selection the last 2 days. I thought that too, Marjorie. Oh, Dianne Gibson, that is an excellent recommendation. She follows JStewartson now. He got kicked off of Twitter because exposing too much of the truth. I think he has a substack. If you want to share that, Dianne, it's really, really good. It's really, really good. Sampras, I think today is Armenia's independence from the USSR too. You guys, it is Russia, the Soviet, they're done. This is going to get really bad. I'm still going to get to that. So what were we talking about? Ginny setting up people for the Emperor. Foundation of this is, the Knight of Wands. She's the one undercover taking action for what is this Knight of Wands? She's timid. She is scared right now. What else is this? There you go. The Ace of Pentacles. The point of opportunity, money. Oh, God. The Eight of Swords. How do you like me now? Yes, this point of opportunity to set things up, to overturn the election, and terrorize people to get what they wanted. What's crowning her? The Two of Pentacles. She was the person going back and forth with data. Who was she transferring data from? She was transferring data from this. Oh, the Two of Wands. Oh my gosh. Oh, shit. Oh my God. I can't talk. Holy shit, you guys. So, I don't know when it was. When was this? When were people last visiting Ukraine? It was the last time I think we had some people go over to Ukraine. The Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. This was Attorney General Merrick Garland. And he was on the hunt for people doing Two of Wands, Two of Swords, these type of things, which if Ginny is the person, the Two of Pentacles, responsible for transferring data, ideas, information from one place to another, she was a person who took leadership, the wands, to go do that, and the Two of Swords, that it involved intelligence to separate out those people. Oh man, she's in so much trouble. Thank you, Jeannie Adams. Yeah, so that, I forget how we got, because we were looking at the Pluto return number 2 that happened in July, which triggered so much stuff. Wait till you see all the stuff that it triggered. Can you believe these people? I love Belize. Happy Independence Day, Belize. Belize? Since this is all active, the Saturn Pluto, USA Pluto Return, let's just draw some cards for Belize. Happy birthday, Belize. And I just want to see how the relationship with the United States. So we are going to do Belize. Happy birthday. Happy Independence Day. The Seven of Wands on defense, having the upper hand. The Emperor, leader. Now, I don't know anything geopolitically about Belize. Okay, I know Central America. So this is your independence. You are able to defend yourself and your leadership. Okay? And on this day, because this whole week is pivotal for the timeline of the world going forward into our new age, the United States, how are we going to relate to one another going forward? The King of Wands, we have some leadership here. Some heartbreak. I just feel treason and betrayal, like this is intelligence and disagreeing on some things. Because Don Julio, I swear, Don Julio and those guys offered stuff for leadership. I don't know what's going on there, but it just feels like the same old thing. The United States, we have the Ten of Cups covered in the Three of Wands. Happy family, putting stuff out there. With Belize, we have the Ten of Wands reversed. Fast data transfer. Oh, are we going to be uncovering some things? Has Belize been an ally to the United States in collecting data and information in Central America? Because this is... What are we doing going forward? Happy Independence Day. Foundation, the Five of Wands, the points of contacts, crowning, the Two of Cups. Yes, we're going to have a very nice relationship going forward. The Five of Wands, for me, when it comes to data, this age of data, that represents Putin and those guys and how they split off data and information to other leaders. Go do this, go do that. We're going to do this and that and this and that. We have an agreement with Belize. That's kind of cool. Oh, thank you for the bracelet fund. Sorry, Belize is major offshoring. Okay, so that would make sense with the offshore stuff. But they're like really cracking down with that stuff. Semprus, the United States and Belize are working as partners to strengthen border security and prevent transnational crime. Semprus, that is totally what I was getting from that. The two countries have mutual legal assistance treaties with each other. So it's going to be more productive. Donald thwarted that and made the very worst of it and exploited that and made things worse. Yes, the TOC crime is everywhere. No country is immune to it, in my humble opinion. Okay, so this Pluto return was super duper activated with the last quarter moon we had, just because we have the sun and moon at 24. It's a Pluto return. Because the sun and moon at 24 degrees transit Saturn at the Pluto return, 24 degrees Aquarius. 24 degrees Aquarius, now this third quarter moon, has to do with public servants, service, and their effery. Yeah, that's activated too. So that drew in so much stuff. That is why we were talking about this Pluto return. How does this relate to the Divine Feminine? This relates to, I will tell you, USA Pluto return, you can see it where it's happening with Russia right now. On the ascendant for the United States, we have this 21 degrees Scorpio. I talked about this recently, but this 21 degree mark in Russia's chart, there goes my throat. Holy cow, oh boy. It's like I'm getting that Russia's dying. The old way is dying. In their chart, at their Venus, Jupiter, I did print their chart, are conjunct. Venus is weak in Scorpio, meaning it's more of the love of like Scorpio type of things, and passionate, empowered. Pluto, destructive. I think I likened this one time to why Russia always has such good compromat on people, that it just devastates communications, it devastates people, and it has transformed the way they communicate, the way they lie, and their deceit, because it's very penetrating, it's very powerful, it's deadly. How they're just able to go in the streets with the mafia and like, push people out windows, make people trip on things, make things blow up. That you can trace to Venus, Pluto. So, oh my gosh, my throat. That at our Pluto return number 2 on the ascendant for the United States. And I want to see some cards. I need the other deck, I'm told. Because we're seeing this fall apart right now. Show me Russia's Venus Pluto. What has that been about? What has that been about? It has been in this third. Oh boy. So that has been in their 4th house. This is their Venus Pluto. This is how they defend themselves. These are their secrets. They defend themselves by engaging in Venus, Pluto things. This is the most important thing for them. This is their clan. This is what they do. Oops. This is what it means so much to them as a proud leader, Leo 21. Okay? And what they aspire to. The Page of Cups. Having important information, compromising information, intercepts on people, and having pages, mafias who are equipped to be able to do this stuff on the ground and conspire with each other and other countries for the Trump crime syndicate / transnational organized crime. Okay? Their Venus, Pluto, Venus gains, Pluto destruction. There you go. The Devil. They take leadership, the Knight of Wands. They have people who go off and do something because the devil made them do it. That's what they do. That's what energizes them. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the Venus Pluto. Creating instability is what they do. This is how they defend themselves. The challenge is how to do that, yes, because they are the contact person for instability. Guess what? Yes. That's their thing. They create instability, and they've got their people who know what to do to go do something. Defending home, their defenses. That's what they do. the sun. The sun represents a leader. That's all Putin doing. Taking information that he's gotten to make something bigger, lie, deceive, Four of Wands, to lead and to take other Four of Wands type of places, because we've got Sagittarius here. That's the law, using all this with the law, the deception with the law, corrupting the law, corrupting religions, corrupting extremists, corrupting courts. That's what they're about to become co-ruler with China. They have really buckled a lot. China, I think, in my humble opinion, is running the show more, but their agreement with China to rule the world, basically. Okay, so that's what that represents. So at our Pluto return number 2, that point that I just described is on the ascendant for the United States. Are you getting this? Isn't this crazy? Oh, he gave us, yeah, it was a sad speech. There's no way they can train 300,000 people to be ready to go. Hello. It takes weeks, 10 weeks, 2 months, just to do 150,000 troops here in the U.S. who, you know, have equipment, have food, are fed, have stuff. They just left all their assets in Ukraine, right? Okay, so with USA Pluto return, this is in the crosshairs for Russia. The Venus, so the United States, what about that? What about that? What's happening? Oh, okay. To your opponent, it's like, pew, pew. And these are the punches that are getting landed. Oh. The Page of Cups. We're going to weaponize your game with conspiracy. Okay. What? Okay. Anyway, the United States, with this on the ascendant. That's your game. We're going to play your game. How you got to the White House over... Oh, you guys, these are all the same cards. Yes, this is what the Venus-Pluto has allowed them to do, and this is what the United States is doing as a result with their Pluto return number 2. Taking what they do. Thank you so much. With this 7 of Cups, you can't see what we're doing. It's hiding behind the Queen of Swords, a hacking nation. Oh, what? Did we take control of their hacking methods? Oh. And we're landing a punch here. Temperance, how they do their operation with their mafia. And the nation with data. Oh, you're hiding behind what? I feel like we took control somehow of their yeah, we did take what? Did we take control of their infrastructure? Because Queen of Swords 2 has been like China. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Whew. This is what we did. Infrastructure. Boop. Boop. Shh. I don't think I'm allowed to see anymore. We're not supposed... Oh. 9 of Wands. That is security defenses. The soldiers, the Page of Pentacles, data, how they fight back. Infrastructure. Justice. oh my God, you guys, this Justice card and the Four of Cups, this, the Justice card for me with this Queen of Swords has been more like China hacking, because injustice has been Putin getting what he wants. The Four of Cups is like NSO, Pegasus spyware, intercepts. So at our Pluto return, second one, July, I think somehow we took control. I don't think they know that. They don't know that. Shh. Okay, shh. Don't let the secret out, you guys. Holy crap. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? No problem, Jessica. Catch the replay. You guys. So, that was our Pluto return number 2, which was activated by the third quarter moon. Okay. You guys, I am spinning. I am spinning. My head, I just cannot believe what I just uncovered, basically, for entertainment purposes only. Holy shit, I think we took control of all their stuff and they don't know it. So this is important because, why is this? I need to see Tehran, because we talked about the Saturn-Pluto conjunction at Buckingham Palace, okay? Because this third quarter moon not only pulled in the Pluto return, number 2, it pulled in everything from 2020 that broke the timeline. I talked about that earlier in the video. It's a lot of information, but basically the Saturn-Pluto conjunction is the thing that promised to transform world power and our global structures of governments. It is happening right now. That is why everything is falling apart this week off this third quarter moon, because it pulled all of this stuff from 2020 in, okay? It's a lot. It is absolutely a lot. So in Tehran, then, there's those massive protests that are going on right now. Do you guys see that? I was seeing little bits of it here and there, but the women are protesting insanely. It is unbelievable what is going on there. I don't know how to say this word, the hijab. It's the scarf that they wear around their head. I think that was instituted on them in 1979, related to the Khomeini guy who's in charge. A young woman was killed recently by the moral police. I don't know what happened, but they are protesting like crazy. They're taking off their scarves. They're burning them. They're cutting their hair. The men are supporting them. They are massive, massive protests that are going on. And so something changed. Well, I'm going to tell you what. In Tehran, at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, the thing that changed world power, on the ascendant, 3 degrees Pisces. On the descendant, 3 degrees Virgo, 3 degrees Pisces. At the first USA Pluto return, this is where the sun was. The sun was 3 degrees Pisces. I believe it was in the skies. No, it was over here. The sun was 3 Pisces, lands far away. Okay? So this was in February. USA is reborn again, and how we deal with everything in the world. There's a ripple effect. There's a ripple effect not only with the United States, but because our Pluto return is based on the day that we declared our independence from England. So England in tandem is having a Pluto return with the United States. So it's like everyone we've negotiated with, had any type of relationship with, it reverberates around the world. And so for Tehran, with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction that promised to change world power, there is the USA sun sitting at 3 degrees Pisces. And as I've told you in the past, if you are watching a game, a sport, a race, the winner wins when they land a punt. This is the western horizon. When they land a play, a point, they cross the line, they win because they've landed something right on the horizon. Because in sports astrology, this is you, this is your opponent, okay? So Tehran is our opponent. We had a Pluto return, the sun 3 degrees Pisces, that landed in one of their most vulnerable places because you can't really see straight across the horizon. It kind of, the earth is curved. There's things in the way. You can see stuff if it's maybe a flat field that's been mowed. Okay, you can see what's happening. But basically, when stuff is happening that far away, you're toast. Our Pluto return is going to help change Iran. Same with whatever they had going on with England, okay? This is permanent. This is a change. At the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, we got 29 degrees Taurus, endings. Endings, change. Now, look here, the 5th house of the sun, this is a leader. The stellium of planets in the 5th house. We've seen a lot happening with public servants because all those planets are over here, for Westminster or Buckingham Palace. That's service, that's duty, that's your military. No, this is the 5th house of the sun, your leadership. Who is the leader? That is this guy, Rola Khomeini. That's him. His leadership is transforming. He just got hit by the USA Pluto Return #1. And like Queen Elizabeth, this guy, his Mars is at 0 degrees Taurus. Okay? For Buckingham Palace, the Saturn Pluto was at 0 degrees Leo. This 0 degree mark is going to then set off the 0 point everywhere, okay? 0 degrees Scorpio and Taurus are an exact square to this. Buckingham Palace. This dude, his Mars is 0 degrees Taurus. That has gotten set off. The Queen of England, her sun was 0 degrees Taurus. King Charles III, his moon is 0 degrees Taurus. This is the change reverberating out from England to Iran. It isn't just, but it is a big punch. Furthermore, dun dun dun, this 2nd house, your assets, your values. We have 0 degrees Scorpio right here, obviously opposite. And at the return of the Divine Feminine, Mars was 0 degrees Scorpio. I'm telling you, the Divine Feminine is having a field day. Let's get a different thing of cards. She is having a field day over there. What you doing? What you doing over there? So I want to see the Divine Feminine. We're going to see the Golden Tarot. The 7 of Swords. Thief. Thief, police, you think you're going to steal away? I take that back. I'm not wearing this anymore. The High Priestess. How divine. The secret, the veil has been lifted. Okay, so I just want to see here. Oh my God. And judgment. She's judging them. Judgment has come. She is pissed. I don't know. This was active too. I'm not gonna go there. So, Divine Feminine. I know you're there in Iran. We're just going to do, okay, we're going to lay this out like a taroscope and just figure out what she's doing here, because I am telling you, she is there. She is pissed. The divine feminine, she will give life. She will take life. She has got bone to pick. She's so mad. Divine feminine. Divine feminine over Iran. Oh, it's like she is, like her feet are stomping in that fire. That video of the woman who had her scarf and she was spinning in circles and kind of like dancing as she got closer and closer to a fire before she dropped her scarf into the fire. It's like I'm seeing the divine feminine, like her feet dancing in the fire because she's so pissed. I would think that would hurt, but the divine feminine can dance with her feet in the fire. She's firing things up. Divine feminine, what's going on in Iran? Oh my gosh. There you go. Justice and judgment. You have been judged. We're done. Justice, the scales of justice return. This is what I am doing here. The King of Cups, she is taking the role of support for women. She is taking the authority lead on support for women. The Four of Swords, reversed. The women have awoken. It is time. The thing that is energizing, or the first house, we have. It's giving life to this. Now, this is Khomeini's chart. The leader who things are massively being transformed. He has judged them. The Ace of Swords, his rule, falling back down on him. The Four of Pentacles, creating incredible instability. That's what's going on. This is what Divine Feminine is doing over there. The Secret, Divine Feminine, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, she has some words, ideas, leadership she has that she wants to take. The Hidden Enemy, the Tower. These are all the protests. There are people climbing towers. They're knocking down murals and things on buildings. This is the hidden enemy, the protests of the people. This 11th house of networks, friendships, allies, the world. The world is watching what's going on. Divine Feminine against this guy. The Knight of Swords. And there are no kind words for you. What you did to the women, what happened, we're done. People are furious. The world is outraged. What is crowning this guy in Iran, Divine Feminine? The Queen of Cups. The feminine. Support for our lovely, beautiful women. The care and tenderness for the feminine. Look at, I got two queens. Queen are our values. We've got two queens. The divine feminine. Divine and feminine. Our value, our substance, what we invest in, and how we treat and support and love our women. Divine feminine is there. Being empowered, pulling. Here we go. There's my throat. This is really empowering and healing there. And Venus in Cancer in the skies, family, home, the feminine. The laws, lands far away. We've got the Three of Swords, betrayal. You inflicted upon us. We want to be relieved of that. We're done. They're done. The divine, they're done. You guys, they're done. He's done. He's done. Do you see this? Done. Done. Shared resources. 8th house. The timing. The Wheel of Fortune. We are going to make our fortune. It is time. Divine Feminine. This 10 of Wands. This burden we have been carrying way too long. It's time to get rid of that. 7th house. Partner. Opponent. Everyone has a different perspective now. We see what you've done. We've come down. We're done. We're not doing that anymore. Yes, it's a delicate balance. This guy, I think he has no idea what to do. It's just not going to work. Sixth house, public servants, day-to-day activities, the Four of Cups. Oh, they're trying to listen on intercept, social media. The Five of Pentacles, really trying to get a handle on what's... They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They are having discussions. They're trying to use a bunch of like silent surveillance type of things with intel. But look, these puny little 4s and 5s, they got nothing. Fifth house of the sun. The Eight of Coins reverse. This thing, this routine, the way he ruled, it worked for a really, really long time undercover. The Emperor. Yeah. This is how he used to rule. The Emperor. This is bringing like a coup, a change in regime to him. This is disrupting everything that he does and how it's organized and how he leads. At the base of this, I'm very curious about this fourth house because the North Node, you guys, the North Node, this guy's chart at the bottom of the chart, it is the bottom, how he defends himself, is 11 degrees Sagittarius. The United States rising sign is 12 degrees Sagittarius. So it's like his North Node is, he's going to defend himself on whatever the United States is doing. We are going to sabotage that. And we're going to keep it here secret. But this is what we're going to do. That's like his purpose. But Divine Feminine says, the Seven of Cups, the secret is out. The Six of Swords and how you would make decisions, hide things, transmit things. Hello, Iranian Revolutionary Guard, Donald Trump. It's out. It is a mess. I'm missing some cards. Second, third. I need some third house. Third house. Ooh, what's going on with this? Third house, communications, neighborhoods. A relief from the nightmare in the streets the Divine Feminine brings. The Page of Pentacles. The young people are freeing themselves of this nightmare. The Divine Feminine, the values she brings and the substance to strike back. It's been a long time coming. It's been a very long time. We're relieving ourselves of this nightmare. She's ending this. This guy is toast. And there's no coincidence that this is happening the same week that Queen Elizabeth II is laid to rest. It's all triggered by the same things. Are you seeing this? How are you guys doing? For entertainment purposes only. Yes, for entertainment purposes only. I wanted to show you why the rusher is screwed. Okay. Here we go. So Putin is done. The military is done. I'm going to show you why. Nobody can turn this back. I mean, it's just these guys feel like they are so scrambling to try to get the old playbook going, and they've just gotten hit between the eyes with a cosmic 2x4. There's nothing they can do. Who is this? This is Russia's. Oh my gosh. We're going to have to do a TAROTSCOPE on that. This is King Charles III. Yes. This is Queen Elizabeth II. The top of her chart is 24 and 25 degrees Scorpio. This is where the South Node, think of full moon eclipses. Full moons are about revelation and releasing. Things have climax. So the South Node with the last eclipses of the past year has gone over her midheaven. This is releasing her rule. this is releasing that part of her chart. What she was destined to do, it's like time was up with these eclipses. And my God, do you know why? And oh my gosh. On the ascendant for her, I talked about how the Saturn-Pluto conjunction that changed world power, government structure in January 2020. That's the fallout we're experiencing this week, as well as USA Pluto return. It's very complex. Please go to the beginning. I explain it. So not only did these eclipses eclipse the top of the chart, her public self and her duty, on the ascendant, 21 degrees Capricorn. At the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, the sun was 21 degrees Capricorn. Saturn and Pluto were 22 degrees Capricorn. The Saturn-Pluto conjunction, by virtue of itself, the rising sign, the sign in the east, the thing that gives you life, that energizes you. A rising sign, your personality, how you interact with the world. She was known as a queen, Capricorn, authority, the establishment. Capricorn is feminine, the monarch. That energized her. She kept her promise in the name of duty. And so, talk about, I mean, this is just the epitome of like longevity of a monarchy and the rule and reign of it. Both of these are feminine, Scorpio and Capricorn. These are such transformative, Scorpio and Capricorn do very well together for longevity and transformation. But it was time. It was time. The Saturn-Pluto conjunction came along and said, we need to reset. And then the eclipses last year said, we're done here. And she was gone. It is just so stunning to me. I just want to show me this, the rising sign of her. The Knight of Cups, she was the leader that was supportive of her nation. Show me the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. The Sun, Saturn-Pluto. There we go. The King of Pentacles. The Saturn-Pluto conjunction says we have a new leader. The Fool card. A new start, a new leader. The King of Wands, again, new leadership, and the Ace of Cups, a promise of a new leadership. I wonder if that's more like, oh, look, here's another king. Look at all these kings. It's time. Wow, that just kind of blew me away. But let's get back to the rusher. I just want to show you why Russia's done. How are you guys doing? Hi, Marie. It's reported by WSJ Reuters that the Ayatollah spoke at the UN amid speculation that he is sick. Oh, I did hear about that. He is sick. He's done. Dr. Nancy, I hope Charles will make changes. I think he will make changes. This transition, I think, to William and Kate, I think King Charles knows kind of like that transnational stuff that's going on and has been in the mix of that for a while. And he has the perspective of how things have to be cleaned up before William and Kate, before William is king. There is this very, well, let's take a look at it. There's a very important transition piece that I'm very comfortable with. Believe me, I did not like Camilla, and I totally get it, okay? But there is something, they really have to protect themselves to not only modernize, but insulate William and Kate to get them ready, because Russia and them, they're ready to pounce. So many things have been compromised in Europe by this transnational mob. that I know that seems like his biggest concern. So let's take a look at that. What? I mean, he just, King Charles III just feels, I mean, there's a lot of energy going on. It's traumatic when your mom, I don't care how old you are, your mom's your mom. That is such a hard thing to go through. But not only that, and plus he's been preparing all of his life for this role, there's a sense of urgency and nervousness that he has to get certain things done. What needs to be done? What needs to be done? Oh. Needs to be done. He's just so nervous about this. The Page of Coins, the Page of Pentacles. These are all the people that are in the monarchy. You know, like the cousins, all of them that were there. People that are part of the younger people that are part of the monarchy, the Fool. They have to get off on the right footing. The Queen of Swords. Oh, because they are having problems with Brexit and kind of the way the Tories have some allegiance more so to what endangers the nation. He really needs to seek some stability. This is the thing. The Lovers. The Lovers card. What? I'm like surprised to see this because the Lovers is supposed to be, this should be like allegiance with the family to the monarchy and the nation, but there's a split there. There is problems where the nation is going. We have the monarch and we have Parliament. I think it's because Parliament is so compromised. Oh, yes, the Two of Wands. There are some nefarious things that are out there that is very problematic for their relationship. The Empress. What's crowning this, I feel like this is all those agreements like with the Russia-China. You know, who's really in charge here? This thing he has to take care of. The Page of... Look at all these pages. Again, the people, the kids. The Page of Swords, his kids, he sees them as pages. The Hierophant reversed, the establishment, the upheaval. This is an unconventional government. Well, yeah, it's a change from QE2, crowning the Two of Cups reversed. I think this is a split from Parliament and the monarchy, that there's like a real... It almost kind of feels like a coup-ish. Third thing, the Queen of Wands, the leadership. Is this? No, this is a different nation. He's very nervous about, he has to get in order. There's the King of Wands reversed. This is a leader from a different nation. Liz Truss is not loyal to, she's loyal to the wrong people. Crowning the Hermit. These intel games. Because for William and Kate, he's doing this for them, the Knight of Cups. His role is to get everything ready for King William for success, the King of Pentacles. They have to be on a good foundation with the monarchy. The entire monarchy has to be on the same page. What's crowning them is the King of Swords, the rule of law. Dad getting stuff in order, because there are other kings that want to sabotage. They want this upright. Okay? That is why King Charles is doing what he's doing. It's been bugging me. I'm glad you asked about that or mentioned that. Okay, so last thing we're going to look at, Russia's chart. I'm going to show you guys how totally, completely screwed they are. I showed you that. And it's nice to like have this reassurance so that you can just kind of watch it as like this total train wreck of Putin. My God, he's going to, isn't it weird? I mean, look at all these world leaders that are having problems. We've got Iran, we've got Putin, we have Don Julio, Boris was out, we've got the change with the monarchy, and there's a lot, the people in are protesting in Iran and Russia. Where is this? There's the Divine Feminine. Yeah, you guys. Okay, so they're so screwed. Jesus. Okay. This is the Russia chart from December 25th, 1991. There was a coup, and they hoisted the flag, and that's from the time that this chart is taken, okay? On the ascendant, the rising sign is Leo, the king. Me. I am the leader. We have the moon in the first house, which is the people, with a Virgo moon. This is why you cannot embarrass Russia, because Russia, Virgo, is perfect, okay? Russia and the people, they're perfect, and this is where their emotions lie, their perfectness, so to speak. But here, the problem is USA Pluto Return already, jumping out at me, is right here. The sun here, it's like 2 or 3 Pisces. Oh wait, is opposite their moon, okay? So USA is newly re-empowered. She's reborn. Everything's been reset. How Russia used to bother the United States as an opponent, things have changed. We have a new playbook, and we're a different opponent now. So I talked about the Venus-Pluto right here, but right here, so I've talked about this area, this 6th house, that's your military. That's your day-to-day ops. This is your healthcare. These are your professionals, the young professionals who are leaving in droves. This is your intelligence. It is your military, your service, and how you care for your nation. Well, first of all, in their chart, they've got Saturn here in Aquarius. So it's going to be unconventional, and it's going to be rigid. And it's going to be something new that we do this differently. I'm getting mercenaries popping into my mind. But the problem, the big problem for them is that at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, the 6th house cusp right here, that point that gives life, so to speak, where the 5th house leader hands off the energy to the military, is blocked, because that 6th house cusp is at 22 degrees Capricorn, 56 minutes. The Saturn Pluto was at 22 degrees Capricorn, 47 minutes, I think. It blocks. It resets Putin from being the leader to manage the military, the day-to-day. Do you get that? This reset in 2020, and this last quarter moon brought this all forth, and now he's saying we're going to have 300,000 people brought up. He's losing this war in Ukraine miserably. That's going to happen. Remember, he decided to go to war on, was it 2/24/22? Was it the 20th? Or was it the 20th? He went to war 2 or 4 days after USA Pluto Return #1. Dumb. So he was invading Ukraine, who is an ally of the United States, who's just freshly had her Pluto return, able to fight like a new opponent like he's never seen before, and invade. So he does that 2 days after USA Pluto return. USA Pluto is, you guys, listen to this. Okay? You're going to like this. So USA Pluto is 27 degrees Capricorn, I think like 33 minutes or something like that. This is when our Pluto return was. Putin invades on the 24th. The Pluto return in Moscow's chart touched their natal dark moon Lilith, 27 degrees Capricorn. So Putin was using his military to create so much pain against his own people. He blew up schools. He killed I mean, it is awful, the crap that he has done. He's gone, and he's used the military to go take Crimea. You know, just everything he's done with mercenaries and his military to serve his purpose, because he's the king, the sun. And really, you know, changed the government from kind of a democratic rule, supposedly, but to be a total autocrat. USA Pluto, our Pluto return came and went ding. We had our Pluto return. 2 to 4 days later, Putin invades Ukraine. Now, the Saturn Pluto reset his ability to manage his military. I don't think they did any updating with how they do things for 40 years. He's done nothing. This is why he is losing so badly. He will continue to lose. The dark moon Lilith, now that he used to inflict on his people and other people, I mean, it still is harmful, but it's like the Pluto return. Pluto transformed that, and that is going to be the death, the end, the pain and misery of him. Let's get some cards. Can you believe that? Is that crazy? So I want to see the Saturn-Pluto conjunction and how Putin accesses military. I want to see the Pluto return and how Dark Moon Lilith affects Putin. Dark Moon Lilith Pluto return. Him as a leader. As such. As a... Oh, God. The Page of Wands. The Seven of Wands. So, Putin would have the upper hand by basically bribing people. News comes, I got to go send my mercenaries here, there. I'll pay people off. This is how I'm going to rule with my 6th house military. But the Saturn-Pluto conjunction came along and reset how he was going to access his military. The thing he really loves is his military and how he rules day to day. The thing that he wanted the most, the thing that Donald wanted to give him the most, like hand over the United States, hand over a coup, the thing he wanted so badly with that, through the 5 of Pentacles, Mar-a-Lago, got shut down. And to his military, then as the leader. This has been in the making for a long time. With Russia, with China. This is the Russia-China card. His military now is working now with Xi in China. And no, the no card reversed. This is usually for a cover-up, but it's not the cover-up. I feel like he doesn't have access now. No what? Yes, he talks with someone about how to run the military. Who's he talking to? He's talking to Ace of Swords. Yes, this is a cooperative plan with the China to use intelligence to weaponize, whether it's hacking or social engineering, to terrorize people. But that was reset because at the Pluto return, which stability, dark moon Lilith is how it functioned for him, gave him stability by terrorizing. Well, it's not quite working. He used to be able to do that around the world. It's not really working. And his secret app, it's out. It doesn't work anymore. So now what? Now what? September, show me October. October, Putin the military. November. December. October. The justice scales reverse. He would use the justice card is Putin getting what he wants, forcing situations to get what he wants. October, he's not getting what he wants from his military. The plan, this is just a 2. Tried to get a plan out there, not working. November, Putin, the lovers. He and his nation, perhaps, the lovers. This is he and the military have a falling out, that's Putin. And the military is like, we're not going to jump. We're not going to do what you say. November, December, Putin, there are some discussions about his treason with the military. What is Putin's fate? October, November. We have a full moon lunar eclipse, you guys. Election day. October, what is his fate? It seems like he's run his course. The 10 of Pentacles has gone as far as he can go. November, trying to go back to the past. 6 of Cups, the past. December. Wow. 10, 6, 4. We've gotten from values to being put to the side, forgotten about. Wow. Yeah, so you guys, it's all connected. It's all connected. This is not good. And that Pluto return, that second Pluto return in July, remember I said it brought in the Saturn Pluto conjunction, all that stuff from 2020? Well, don't forget that the sun and moon, the moon and Venus. The moon was conjunct Donald's moon, his physical, emotional body, and Venus was exactly opposite in the area, 8th house of debt and other people's money and going down. And it was on the cusp. So it opened everything up. Donald does not have a chance to recover. He's just going down, 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 down. So you guys get that? Hi, you guys. I see high places with windows. Julia. Yeah, Putin is pissing them all off for a long time. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm going to wrap it up there, you guys. I just wanted to, this last day of summer, what a crazy summer. I don't know exactly when the sun goes into Libra. I think it's later in the day tomorrow. But we've done our work and we're going into Libra season. And this is how Donald is kicking off Libra season in retrograde in the pits. I mean, Libra season's the scales of justice. He thinks he's had a bad week. Just wait. Just wait. Libra season is about the scales of justice and he hates it, okay? Thank you, Aha. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. I'm glad I got to share this all with you guys. Thank you, Sempress. It is so good to see you. Hi, TarotLove. Yes, have a lovely night, you too. Holly Coleman. Bye, Electra. Thank you. Dan, guess the bigger question is Russia just rearranging the chairs on the Titanic with the next leader? I don't know what's going to happen. It just feels like I said, buckling, transform. I mean, they are also dealing with the Saturn Pluto conjunction, the Great Reset, and their opponent Zelensky, I think, is part of leading the next dynasty for 200 years. They have to go through a radical transformation. They've hit the end of the road. Thank you, JJ. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Dr. Nancy. Thank you, Gretchen. So, yeah, tomorrow will be interesting, Julia. You guys have a great evening. We'll catch up with you later. Thanks. Bye.